in Hollywood, there's this thing called the Autograph Collector Show that it's a lot of like, I don't want to say has-beens because they're, you know, nobody's ever really a has-been, I'm sorry. It's just people who are no longer working that were your favorite TV stars or your favorite porn stars or your favorite astronauts or something. And they come and they sit at this long, like, banquet table, and there's like 30 of them in this room, and there's over like maybe 200 has-beens, and they sell 8x10s of themselves, and they sell memorabilia of whatever movie they made that's famous or why ever they're there. So it's neat to be in communication with all these people. Like, wow, when I was a kid, I watched the show. You know, you're the Brady Bunch. Yeah. You know, so every year, whatever Munchkins were left would come. And they were like a little society who were still capitalizing off of Wizard of Oz since 1933. Well, the one, he's known, we have a hot dog in America called Oscar Mayer Wiener. And he was the spokesman for Oscar Mayer Wiener Boy his whole life, and he was one of the lollipop kids. So he's there with his wife, and there's these 4 Munchkins, and so I'm getting my picture taking with them, and you know, I don't care if they were the flower pots, and we're out of the woods. It didn't matter, they were still living and they were Munchkins. So, for some reason, the Munchkin mayor wasn't with the Munchkins, but he was there, and I thought, well, that's sort of strange that they separated them, because, you know, usually they were all in groups. So he must have had a fallout with them or something, I don't know. So, at this time, they were filming the documentary. So I was being followed around by a camera crew and my interactions with these people. And I go over to him and he's standing there and he's like a little stand-up comedian. He had to keep saying little funny things because I guess he felt awkward selling himself out by selling 8x10s. And I asked if I could have a picture taken with him. And he said, well, of course. So I usually use 2 cameras, and one, this was my working side and this was my fan side, because I would have film in this camera and I would have chrome in this camera because I had to submit slides. You know, so it depended on the depth of the star, or what I wanted is what camera I would use. So I handed my fan camera to one of the people that were with the film crew and asked if they would take a picture of me and the Munchkin Mayor. Well, again, he's little. It's odd when you pose with, and I don't care if they're famous or not, when you pose with a midget, you don't know whether to go down to them or bring them up to you, you know. Do I go down? Do I get on my knees? What do I do? What's the etiquette here? So of course, I'm bending down like this, and when I'm bending down, my camera is like swinging because it's hanging around my neck, and my lens was big and it kept sort of going in and out as it was swinging. And he reached over and started doing this to my lens. He was masturbating my lens. and I thought, I started laughing and he started laughing. He says, are you that excited about getting this picture taken? Or something. He made some funny joke about my camera being my dick. And so now every time I watch The Wizard of Oz and the Munchkin Mayor comes on the scene, oh yeah, he masturbated my lens.